funny though. If you lied and said, my house is haunted, I've been hearing this baby, and I ain't the only one, right? I ain't the only one. I can't be the only one. Y'all hear it too? Imagine if the baby starts crying and they hear it and you ignore it, and then one of your coworkers say, "You got a kid in your house?" Like, you can hear it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Tell me you hear it and see it. Bro, that'd be legendary. Every other reading,
they would be like, first of all, you need to get that fixed. Like,
bro, you need to move as soon as possible.
What would be worse? What would be worse is there's always that HR person that stick to the book. Like the entire building could be burning down, and they'll be like, "Okay, you got to stay 20 feet away from the building." And they're like, "It's leaning on you. It's falling. Move." So I feel like that person would catch wind of this some later down the line, and they'd be like, "Well, we really need you to either get you an exorcist or a priest in your neighborhood and get that taken care of because it's disturbing your calls and your ratios and the percentages."
Bro.
Welcome, everybody. You know what it is. It's Chocolate Espresso Podcast. It's your man, King Des, here to have another fun conversation. And you already know my boy.
Had a brain fart again. It's your boy, New Air, Thomas, whatever floats your fancy. I ain't that picky. You know what it is.
Yeah. So Thomas, you ever had somebody move in and tell you how you should live your life?
Don't even start. This is one of the reasons why I don't want to roommate. There at one distant time in the distant past, there was a guy I would have been roommates with. Mm-hmm. I would not have mind. Cool. I would have loved it. I would have definitely went above and beyond. I would have definitely changed. If he said, "Hey, lights out at 8," I'd have put lights out at 7. I'd have been like, For you, yeah. Okay. For you, yeah. No problem. Anybody else? I'd say, who you think you is? You in my house.
You in my.
You're not on me. You're not even on the lease, homie. You park on the street. You don't park in the parking lot. You don't park in the garage. You in the streets. Stop playing. Who is you? Get out.
Yeah.
I gotta kick you out once a day every other week so you don't get you don't get any rights. You know what I'm saying? Can't get comfortable, can't get no rights. Come on now.
Oh man. Well, that's kind of the topic of today. We're going to be addressing is the audacity of some people because apparently, I don't know if you heard about this, but some people can move in, get pregnant, and tell you to change your lifestyle to make it convenient for them.
Ain't no way. I read this story and I was like, ain't no way.
The audacity of people. Like what? Like personally, for me, I'm gonna go first and then I'll let you give your spiel. But for me, a question I would like to ask is, what's your limit? What's your daytime limit?
Low. It's low. It's extremely low. No patience.
I personally have let people live with me twice on 2 separate occasions, and it was like one was like pretty much a year, and then the other one was like pretty much about half. Like it was about half a year to almost a year. So I'll just say 2 years. Like that's what I say. And I was young.
I was young. You're nicer than me.
And I was like just trying to look out for some people, and I wasn't prepared for that experience. That's all I'm gonna say.
Was it a one bathroom? One bathroom.
One bed, one bathroom unit.
Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Look at me. Look at you. Look at me. Look at you. Look at you. Look at me. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
Nah. So what would your limit be?
My limit's low. It's a no. Already off the bat. You're like, oh, I'm gonna be homeless. Listen, I can offer you a couple of nights, but you can't stay here. I'll be honest with you. I don't even want my dog in this house as much as anybody else do. What makes you think I want you here longer than her? Come on now. And I adopted the thing. Okay, ain't no way. No,
He's
it's
like,
low.
nah.
It 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. Where you gonna stay? On my couch? You really want to stay on my couch? Okay, that's cool. There's 1 bathroom though. So you're gonna go to the gas station up the street? Because if you think I'm gonna wait for you to finish your number 2, you ought to go rabbit mine. It's my house. You ain't number 2 nowhere in this house.
They get number 2.
You better find another bathroom somewhere. You gonna knock on one of my neighbors' doors and see if they let you do it in there. You ain't gonna do it in here. Not right here. My toilet paper. You bring your own toilet paper. You want to use my bidet? Nah. You pay my water bill? No, you don't. I don't even pay the water bill. What makes you think you gonna pay the water bill? What you thought this was?
Man.
You gonna use my shower? You gonna clean this shower?
You know, what if it's
it's low. You want to stay where? Here? No.
What if, you know, it's a good person, typically reliable. You know, they just had a bad drop. COVID hit.
I said what I said. There was only one person in existence at the time I would have ever allowed to stay in my house. And I would have been like, you can stay here as long as you need. It could be indefinitely. It could be whenever. If I was dating somebody and he was already there, I'd be like, listen, we get married. We buy our forever home. This man might be here too.
He might be in the guest room.
He might be in the guest. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, until he gets all the fee, I can't help you. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
But he didn't want to live with nobody either. So it was like win-win. Win-win. You feel me? Like, come on, you know. But that being said, not in this house.
He's like, no,
not gonna happen.
No, I feel it. So let's get into this article because apparently this lady, the synopsis is, for all of you listening, there was this lady. She kindly let another lady. Was it? I think it was another lady.
22-year-old woman lets friend crash at apartment for free. Friend gets pregnant and insists host get rid of her cats.
And her baby
is not your responsibility.
Which I guess is a quote probably from one of the comments or replies to this story being shared online. So 22-year-old woman lets her friend in the apartment for free. Remember that. Because that is a pivotal part of this conversation. Friend gets pregnant. First of all, you homeless. So did you get pregnant here? Oh no, that's enough. That's immediate eviction.
Where are you making babies at?
Right, because the couch don't work right. Like the couch can only take up so much room.
Take this couch with you, and I'm gonna charge you for it later.
Right, and I'm blue scanning my bed. I'm having someone bring the black light, and I'm getting forensics.
Oh Lord.
And insists that the host. So she gets pregnant. First of all, two violations. You got pregnant and you homeless. Okay, and insist. So doesn't kindly ask, tells her, yo, I need you, okay, to get rid of her cats for the conveniency of her pregnancy.
To be fair, okay, cat litter boxes does have a thing in there where it could be harmful for children. It is harmful for pregnant women that, you know, it makes sense. But cats poop automatically does have a side effect for human beings, which is why they love cats so much. You're brainwashed. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I don't know why you like a cat. I hate cats. I don't care for cats. They're not. Listen, if a cat came up to me, I might pet it if it's polite. But frankly, I typically ignore them. I don't. I'll be more likely to pet a dog 10 times over and go above and beyond for one than I would for a cat. I'll be honest with you. I don't care. I don't mess with them. I don't like breeds. I do not like them. That being said. To the core of the issue, 22-year-old woman lets her friend crash at her apartment for free. So first of all, you here for free. You can't tell me, oh, you can't cook that. I'm allergic. I don't like the smell. Okay, then leave. Leave. There's the door. I would get up and show the audience where the door. It's right there, but the camera won't see. The door is right there. Go.
You can leave.
You got parents, don't you? Where your daddy at? Where your mama at? Come on now. Stop playing. Why are you here with me? Oh, they live in a whole nother state. Do I care? Do I care? I'm the same age as you. I'm not responsible for you. You in my space.
Right. She says friend. I really want to know the age of the friend. I really want to know.
I don't even care. I'm going to be honest with you.
Because it don't matter. It actually don't matter. Because if it's up, it's bad. If it's down, it's bad.
It's
bad either way.
That's like literally one of your best friends crashes with you and tells you to get rid of all your dogs, all your cats, get rid of all the animals in your house. Make sure it's clean because I'm hypoallergenic.
No, that's like one of your friends moving in and they'd be like, all right. First of all, I'm pregnant. First of all, I'm not letting anything stay with me that can get pregnant. First of all, anyway, if you can get pregnant, you're not staying with me without a ring, or the agreement that a ring will be happening very shortly. Because if you can get pregnant, like you are a gateway for baggage. Like, I can't mess with that. But to try in her defense, okay, maybe you know she already had a boyfriend before she moved in, and you know, let's say for her convenience that she found out, you know, only a month, like they ain't even done it, you know. since the person got homeless, whatever. Appointment. Like, I'm not keeping that because you can't afford to. Like, you can't even help me on rent. Like, what are you going to do? And then I'm supposed to get rid of my cats so you can have. And then you gonna be what? I would say maternity leave, but you ain't got a job. Like,
nah,
because you gonna be staying here, so you gonna be not working. Even if you could work, you're not working. You pregnant, and there's a kid, and because of how sensitive children are, even after going through the pregnancy and giving birth, you can't move the baby to like a new house unless you're doing it immediately with the humidifier, nursery, and all that stuff set up. Otherwise, you're gonna try to make. Because then where the baby gonna be? The baby gonna be on the couch with you in my? No.
Nah. You can go to grandma's house when that baby's born.
As a friend, on another conversation, do you call CPS? Do you call CPS?
This conversation is so long. I'm be honest with you. What do you do? Your friend staying with you, they ain't got no job, they pregnant, and let's say you work from home, and they. So now you got this crying little demon. I'm sorry, not a demon. You got this crying individual, this baby that can't control themselves in your house while you doing remote meetings. And all you hear is this baby crying in the background. And your coworkers know for a fact that ain't yours. Now they're trying to figure out.
Because you didn't tell them you had a 6-year-old kid. Like
come on. Nah.
That passed away in a car crash. And so you're working hard right now in healthcare services to help all those people who didn't get help.
I'm telling you.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't come out with a new baby.
That would actually be kind of funny, though. If you lied and said, my house is haunted. I've been hearing this baby. And I ain't the only one, right? I ain't the only one. I can't be the only one. Y'all hear it too? Imagine if the baby starts crying and they hear it and you go, you ignore it, and then one of your coworkers say, "You got a kid in your house?" Like, you can hear it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Tell me you hear it. And see it. Bro, that'd be legendary. Every other meeting,
they would be like, first of all, you need to get that fixed. Like,
bro, you need to move as soon as possible.
What would be worse? Is there's always that HR person that stick to the book. Like, the entire building could be burning down, and they'll be like, okay, you got to stay 20 feet away from the building. And they're like, it's leaning on you. It's falling. Move. So I feel like that person would catch wind of this some later down the line, and they'd be like, well, we really need you to either get you an exorcist or a priest in your neighborhood and get that taken care of because, it's disturbing your calls and your ratios and the percentages.
It would be even funnier if you put on makeup and wrapped up your hair a little bit like you didn't sleep at night. I would go all the way. No. I'm going all the way. I'm messing with my coworkers. I'm telling you. They gonna really believe my house is haunted and be like, nah.
I would see coworkers not joining because there's always that one person that could care less about the job. Like, they've done the job for like 5 years. They don't even want to work. They're waiting to get fired. And like, they're like, no, I'm not going to the meeting with that crying baby in the background. Like, no, like either y'all figure out how to cure the baby or I'm not joining this meeting. I'm tired.
You can send me the text. I'll do that. Surmise the meeting, please.
Right. Oh man.
It'd be funnier if in the text it says crying baby in the background. Automated text, automatic like translations or whatever. Bruh.
Baby cries.
Baby cries in background. That'd be legendary. You got to commit to that, something like that.
You do. Because you can't lightly do that. You gotta be. But I just feel like this is a no. If you want a place to take care of your baby, it's your job to provide that place to take care of you. I think the conversations lately have been revolving around people's audacity. Like, if you want something, the way to get it is you have to go get it. I'm sorry, let me not knock this down. I already had a bad history with that in the past.
Facts.
But all y'all watching, if you want something, you got to do it. Like, that's your answer. Like, that's your answer. No, it is nobody's job, not even your parents, honestly, job to take care of you after a certain point. It is your job. It is your job to get a job. It is your job to be like, hey, I don't feel right about my mental health in my life. Let me get counseling. I don't feel right about this job I'm working. Let me go and apply and try to get skills for a new one. I don't like the colors I wear. Let me change my colors. I don't like the things that I do. Let me change the way I do it. That's your job. Like, that's literally your job. Like, on planet Earth, every human's job is to live their life.
Let me ask you something, though. So realistically, right? Let's say you go and you move in with a friend.
Yeah.
Because maybe you lost your job, you can't afford your whatever, right? So let's just say you homeless.
Which I've actually had to do. I've actually done it.
Okay, so you homeless, so you end up crashing with a friend, and they allow it. And let's just say there's some behavior at your friend's apartment that really isn't up to par, like it's like unsanitary type stuff, right?
Cool.
So let's say like they don't. Let's say like they don't flush the toilet because it's their house, and whenever they just remember to flush it, they just they do it. Maybe let's say they always leave dishes out for like a week, and then maybe on every Friday or Saturday they wash dishes. Let's just say they never take the trash out until they feel like taking the trash out. But there might be like 2 or 3 garbage bags around that trash can before they take the trash out. Like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you're crashing for free. Can you say something to that person? Or do you just take care of it because you're there for free?
I feel I got 2 sides of this. Right? Because I've both been the person who has housed friends and have been housed as well. And also I lived in an apartment spot, which thank God I don't live there no more, that I paid rent and they did this. Like we were all in a house, we were all taking rooms, and they would literally, mold would build up every week. Like every 3 days there was moldy dishes and you could smell it. It was pungent mold.
Yeah, no way, boy.
And they got trash, and they're all guys. So they're like not helping the stereotype that men are dirty. And I'm over here like cleaning, like I'm not like the cleanest person in the world, but like I'm over here functioning, my stuff folded, like my room's clean. Like I don't play like that. My mom don't play like that. So I'm over here like, you giving us all a bad rep. Y'all paying money, and like it was horrible. Anyway, so my response to that is, if you are operating at a certain standard, like that even though you're couch surfing, like because I was doing that and I was still cleaning up. And I was still helping out. And I'm like, hey, I'll pick up a chore. Like 1 chore in the house is mine. Like I'll always do it. And if you're doing your part, you have every right to be like, hey, I'm staying here for free, but that's, just so you know, that's nasty. Like that's
right.
That is not sanitary.
Flush that toilet.
That is not sanitary. And you can. And you also have every right to respond with, well, this is my house.
That pause, though.
And they have every right to say that. They can live. They technically pay the bills. They can choose to live nasty. People technically have that right.
You want to live like a pig? That's fine.
They pay the rent. As long as they pay that rent, and as long as when they move out, they make sure it's spotless when they move out. You'd be surprised at how some people live.
So let me ask you this then. So let's say you unhoused. Mm-hmm. That's the new popular word. You homeless.
Right.
Okay.
Unhoused.
You unhoused. Nah, you homeless, my guy. Let's just say you homeless. You crash at a friend's house. You do work, but you got a lot of debt.
Yeah.
So, but you don't want to leave your friend with nothing. So let's say they rent is like $1,600, and you can only put up like $200 in rent. So you're like, okay, here's $200 a month. That's all I can really do. I gotta pay off debt, whatever, right? Maybe you got some child support payments, whatever.
Right. I took off 1/8 of your rent.
Maybe one day you come to his house and there's a letter sitting at the door. Mm-hmm. So okay, you grab the letter. It's for him. So you put it down. You hop on the little Xbox. You start playing a little game. The tenant comes in and he reads the letter. He's being evicted because he ain't pay rent. Could you be mad? Could you be mad? Technically, you've been paying rent. Your little $200 has been helping paying rent. But he ain't pay the rent. Could you be mad? Think about it.
Yo. So
what's $200 to $1,600?
So there's the legal answer. There's the legal answer, and there is I'm your boy answer. I'm gonna give y'all the legal answer. Legally, regardless of who living with you or who not, you are legally on the hook for that rent. So if you do not pay it, you may not have a place to stay for long. I hate to break it to you, but you might have to pick up a little extra hours, okay? And try to arrange payment plan. At least where we're from, there's typically a clause that allows you to tell them that it's coming late, and if they don't like that, you can set up a payment plan. But in the state that we're in, there's laws that protect them, that they get to tell you how long that payment plan is. So don't be like, hey, I'm gonna be late on my rent for 6 months. They can still evict you, and they don't have to go to a payment plan. So that is the proper legal way. As your boy, I might have to cuss you out because you've been taking my measly $200. You know I'm in debt. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I could have put that towards my stuff, and we was both going to be out here anyway, or saving that up so I can have a spot to go.
Here's another question. Follow-up question. So you've been giving him $200. He ain't been paying rent. Y'all get evicted. And he has a friend y'all can crash at. There's enough space for the three of you comfortably. So maybe he has like a house. And it's like a 4-bedroom house and a 2-bathroom.
I've seen that. I've got a friend personally in a similar situation.
Would you still crash with that friend? And his friend? Because you don't know this man, but he's like, I'll take them all.
I was really about to say, like, I don't know that man.
You thinking about it?
Because like I'm thinking about it from the point of like you already ain't got no money. You've been giving this man $200 every month
Brody $200
for the last 4 or 5 months. Like, you know, like you've been paying off debts, and then you're like, but technically he found another spot for y'all to go. So I'm like, so it's like, dang. But then also I still want to know more about like where that money go. Like, I still want
do you even have a right to ask? I mean,
like I feel like you do, because the reason why you helped out because you knew where your money was going. Like it's different when it's like $200 for your car payment, $200 for groceries, $200 for rent, $200 for your girlfriend. Like those are different things, right? Mm-hmm. So like the money you're asking for, I need to know where it's going. Like if it's going to your crack habit, like that's different.
That's crazy.
That's different than paying rent.
I knew he was itching a little more often than he should. I'm about I just got her allergies, boy.
Bro,
went to his
and then you go all three of y'all move in there, and then you move in there, and then you use like cinnamon, coconut, peppermint spray, and you find out the guy's allergic, so now you can't spray that no more. So you go into this man's house when he bought his house, like he's paying a mortgage, and he's just renting out to y'all for like $300 each. Yeah, your rent went up, but you got more space or whatever, you know. So you're like, all right, I can work with it. And then you move in and you tell him like, hey man, you can't have cinnamon in your house.
Nah. Hear me out. You really like imagine somebody doing that. Like your boy didn't pay rent, and his boy moved in with him because he ain't got no house. Neither one of us. So now your boy and his boy ain't got no house. They ain't your house. So his boy, not your boy, his boy, come to you and tell you in your house with your mortgage, your electricity bill, your gas bill, your water bill.
Nah, man.
You got a dog to feed. Nah. And now these two knuckleheads gonna come into your house, and the knucklehead gonna tell you to your face, you can't spray whatever you want in your house? The look on your face would have been like, what? You really want to sit across my table I'll call my
homeboy up and be like, man, I don't think you're gonna stay here for long.
I don't think your boy can be here for that long. That's crazy.
How?
He talking to me out his neck right now.
Like, also, if you're that friend, like you're housing multiple of your guys, like, do you have the right? Like after 2 months, like you let them be in depression, heartbroken. Who knows? Maybe your girl stole all their stuff. Who knows? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, they only got their job. You just let them stack up. They're not paying rent, right? And you got 2 or more guys, not just one, but 2 or more guys. Mm-hmm. And they both on the low end, they both got debts. They ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying?
You nicer to me.
And they ain't got any job. Do you have the right to be like, I'm taking over your life?
No.
I'm taking over your life now. Like, while you're here, you got to do this. You got to look for a job for this amount of hours.
Oh,
you got to do this chore. Like you start parenting them.
That's different.
Like because you're like, I let you stay here for 2 months for free, and you were supposed to find some place to be in 62 days.
There are people who have house rules.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
house rules.
I've gone to my regular 9 to 5. I've gone to people's homes, and I've seen some people who had like written house rules, like in a portrait, sitting on the wall by the door. Now, some of those house rules are basic, like, oh, that's cute, you know, decorative stuff or whatever.
Hey, clean up after yourself.
But I've also seen people who like printed out literal house rules because they've had friends, and I asked about, because I'm not nosy or anything, but it's like, bro, you literally posted in a spot where it was meant to be read, you know, and I glanced at it and saw. Like,
hey, I seen that.
You know, and one of the, like, I literally read one where the guy was like, I had people crashing at my house over the years because, he had a dark past. You know, he was on drugs and he got off, you know, good for him. He found Jesus, you know. he won 80 phenomenally, right?
Right. And so he was trying to do that for other people.
Right. So he had his friends that he was help weeding off. He would push them towards programs, and sometimes they lose their job after the program and stuff like that. So he was housing them, and he had put up house rules. Mm-hmm. And one of the house rules was like, you live with me, you're going to be dressed down and built back up for success. That was one of the house rules. So it's like, you're not going to be comfortable. That was rule number 2. And rule number 3 was something along the line. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think it was something along the lines of like, at least one of the rules after that was like, you will find a job. You will keep that job. I will drop you off at that job. I will call that job
to make sure
you was jobbing. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't right. You're not. I'm not asking you if you showed up. I'm asking the people that be. And I don't know what the legality behind it is, but I think they all know, like, hey, this person is a druggie. I'm the emergency contact. Right. I need to know these things, and and apparently they go with it. Because I don't know. Maybe you look at the what do you call that? You do a background check and you can see certain stuff, and they give you a chance. Stuff of that nature, but. Good on him. I get it.
Right.
I 100%
because you need to at those points, right? Yeah. Because there have been people who are like, there is that uncomfortable moment where it's like they on your couch and you like want them to go. Mm-hmm. And not because you hate them. Like, some of these people are your friends. Some of these people are family. But like, one thing my mom told me, which was definitely true, was like, your friendships and relationships, it's one thing when they don't live with you. Mm-hmm. The moment they live with you, it's an entire different experience. Mm-hmm. That's when you really figure out if you like the person or not. Oh yeah. Like, your friendship will be put through the test. Be prepared to lose a friend or two. Like,
people already think it's weird when y'all go out to eat and y'all be figuring out, okay, who's paying for who? Is everybody else paying for themselves?
People are already like that.
Nope. So I got my best friends, for an example, the ones I've known since kindergarten and first grade. Like, we go out to eat. It's not even a question. It's like, who got it? Mm-hmm. Boom. Or it'll be like, cards in the middle of the table, the waitress picks it up. Yep. I don't know. Frankly, we don't even know if we owe each other money at this point. Like, we just, like, oh, what you need? Oh, here's, whatever, right. Whatever. We don't even hold right. it. Because, where are you going to go? I know where you sleep. I got to get to your house. I know your mom and dad. Like, where are you going to hide, bro? Right. Like, it's not even worth it. But that being said, not many people can have that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Not many people have those kind of friends you can do that with. The other thing on top of that is like, okay, like you said, you could have that. You can have a phenomenal relationship. You can love these people. Like, you treat them like your own family, your own blood. And then you move in and you're like, man, I can't stand this motherfucker.
Right. I need you to move out.
Bro. Like, you so trifling. Why you not flush the toilet? You're like, God, you forget the fuck.
Like, yo, booty stank, man.
You're a grown man and you can't lift the seat up.
Especially, like, that's worse when, like, you got your girl too. Like, if your girl with you, and then so like she say something, so like that makes it 10 worse. Because when she say it makes it 10 times worse, man. It's like, oh, like, brother, brother, brother.
It'd be even worse. It'll be even worse. Let's say Brody moves in with his bro. Bro married. Okay. And let's say she a stay-at-home mom or whatever, right? Let's just say you move in, you at a low. And they take you in, and Brody's wife is like, yeah, take him in. He's good people, Now you learn how dirty and dusty your bro is. So now you telling him at the table, at the breakfast table, because Brody's wife is cooking you breakfast too, because she's like, I'm cooking for the household. You know what I'm saying? That's my job. So maybe you start talking, I'm like, hey bro, the bathroom on the first floor, I know you don't flush that. I'm gonna be real with you. Can you flush that?
Right. Like, can you handle that?
And he says whatever he says, and his wife's like, nah, he ain't gonna flush it. You don't think I ever had this conversation with him? He ain't gonna flush it. He also don't do? And then she starts reaming into him about all the stuff that you gonna run into while you living at this house. And now you like, oh, really? Are you looking at your bro, and bro over there like with the newspaper like, I don't care. She married me knowing this. What makes you think you gonna change me? She lived with me longer than you is. So what makes you think you gonna make a difference?
Like, she's pregnant right now, waddling around, working remote.
Man. Like, think about that though. Like, that's
crazy.
You're not gonna have that big of an effect on somebody who got married with this. Like nah, it's a whole nother ball game right there, man. I'm telling you, like,
it is. One thing I would not move in with is married people. I would not. I do not want to hear no bumping in the night. I do not want to deal with that at all.
Maybe that helps them. Maybe you doing them a favor. Maybe that's why they ain't charging you rent, because maybe they like knowing that there's another person who can possibly
some people, that's
hear.
The thing. That's some people's
Listen,
fun fight time.
Maybe you find out they pregnant, and now you're gonna be looking at them like, how? Houseway? I've been here for like 2 months. You couldn't wait. I'm about to leave. I'll ask for 3 months. You couldn't wait.
You couldn't wait.
Come on, man.
You couldn't wait. You couldn't.
I don't even want to know what days.
No, don't even tell me. Don't even tell me. Because like if you start doing the math, you remember like y'all came out, sat next to me, gave me hugs, gave me handshakes, knowing what y'all done did.
Let me tell you something.
I feel violated.
Let me tell you something.
We ain't friends no more.
Every married person I've gone to, I when they be like, okay, yeah, we can sit on the couch. We can do that. I'll be like, is it safe to sit here? Is it safe to sit here?
They
Can
laugh.
I sit here?
They don't answer. If you notice, they laugh. They don't answer.
To be honest, because if you get into my house, we're like, don't sit there.
Like, no.
I gotta clean that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. I'd be like, yeah, this is my bedroom. Shut the door. You don't need to see what's going on in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
No.
You can't even be mad. We married at this point. You feel me? Like, it's my house anyway.
Right.
Anyway, this conversation got a little too long. You move in with your boy. You move in with your girl. You frankly ain't got no right to say anything unless you start paying rent. When money's involved, that's a little different.
Right.
But money talks, right? My rent. Let's say it's $2,000 and you give me measly $200. I'm gonna be honest with you. You get one. You get one suggestion. You get a suggestion. You get a reasonable suggestion that I will reasonably listen.
You get a suggestion that I actually put effort towards. Outside of that, you better make it count.
You better make it count. If I don't flush the toilet and I also don't wash the dishes once a week, you gotta pick a choice. Pick one. Make a choice and pick one. I'll be honest, like you're not gonna get both, bro.
You're not gonna get both.
Maybe the $100, maybe you might be able to kind of touch the topic, like in them dishes, and that's all I want to hear. Now if you want to pay, let's say a third, you can be like, yo, bro, flush that toilet and let's talk about these dishes real quick.
I feel like the caveat would be like if it's actually dangerous to your life, like it's actually a threat. You could be like, nah, man, you can't be lighting fires at 1 o'clock in the morning and leaving. Like that's not.
What if he says I sleepwalk? You're like, nah, bro, I don't care. You think I care? You lit a fire and left. Make it make sense.
Right. I feel like that's a threat for me.
Bro, how would you live in without me? You just came back home and just saw the fire and pissed it out? Like
what is this?
Bro.
What type of Satan's ritual we got going on?
Creepy that would be to imagine putting up a home security camera and seeing yourself get up in the middle of the night, light a fire, walk away, and then later, like 30 minutes later, you come back home, put the fire out, and lay back down. Bro, what? What did you do? Nah. You don't remember none of it.
I'll check myself into a psych ward immediately.
It couldn't be me, bro.
Like, hey, if you seen what I seen, you would have me here.
You've been showing the video to everybody. Like, does this make sense? Does that
make sense to you? Does that make sense?
Because I'm trying to figure this out.
Like, nah. But yeah, no, you can't come in my house if it ain't threatening you and if it ain't emergency. Like, it ain't emergency. Man, nah, you can't come to my house.
I'm telling you right
my
now,
life.
Money talks.
Yeah,
you talking $200 if it's not even a third or half a third or a quarter of a third. If you're at a quarter of a third, what is that? One ninth of the payment. 2/10 or something like that.
No, a quarter of a third, 1/12.
1/12.
1/12. That's crazy.
Of whatever my payment is, and you asking for come on, like to be fair, if you ain't flushing the toilet, that's already kind of. I feel like you can give that suggestion for free. That's kind of
like that's nasty. Okay, like you got guests come over,
like. Okay, no. But that being said, talk about my dishes. Maybe I need to vacuum more. Maybe there's a smell. Okay, fine.
I ain't got my mom living here,
but that's reasonable. But money talks. You feel me?
Money talks. No. And privacy is a privilege. So like if you want to be left alone, be able to do what you want, because people also move in there and try to treat that like their home. Like they be dancing around, they be throwing parties. You be like, nah.
Final two questions. If you let somebody crash at your house and they just threw a party, let's just say like you work late on Friday night, you come home and they got like 16 people in your house. It's them boys, them girls, not yours. Like a half of them,
right? Because some,
right, and then maybe the half they just assume because it was at your house that you knew. You know what I'm saying? So they hit you up. They're just like, oh yeah, no,
I'm gonna show up and show up.
You know what I'm saying? But the other half, like 2/3 of the party, you have no clue who these people are. You just came home and there's a party being thrown from the person you just let sleep on the couch.
Right.
What you doing?
It's even worse if like at the other half, like 3 of them is gang members and they eyeing you like, who the hell this nigga to come in here? And it's your house.
It's your house.
No.
Your house.
I'm shutting that down. I'm shutting that
You a
down.
party pooper.
I call me a party pooper. I just came off of my shift. It's 3:00 in the morning. It's Saturday. I thought something was up when I heard Glorilla and Nicki Minaj playing from 2 blocks down the street. Are you kidding me?
Crazy.
And I come into my spot, and my spot's where it's at. And it's one thing if I threw a party and I'm like, hey, I'ma leave, go to the chef, and come back and party with y'all. Because I've seen people do that. But if I don't know, like, it's a surprise that there's a party in my house, that's done now. That is finished now. And no, it's not just finished where y'all can all leave. You're cleaning up. Pick up every cup and bottle and clean it up. Because what? And then you're getting the heck out my house. And don't play with me. I got my safe in my bedroom.
That's crazy.
Because no. Like, oh, no. You can't come in my house telling me how to. I pay bills. I pay bills.
Final question. And then we'll wrap this one up. So let's say you crash at somebody's house and you find out the hard way they got mice. Now, to be fair, now they can't afford an exterminator, but they could afford some mouse traps.
Okay, Mickey.
So, I mean, what you doing? Can you tell him like, hey, bro, you got mice? And he goes, yeah, I know. And you. Like, okay, yeah, so you gonna keep pressing there? Or you just gonna leave it like that? Like, well, how's that conversation gonna go for you, bro? Yeah. You mentioned the mice, and he says, "Yeah, I know, I got them." You gonna leave it there? You gonna expand on this? Like,
first of all, pest control. It depends because if you are legally renting out multi-apartment units in Minnesota, you have to have a pest control that you can call. Like, that's their job. It's the landlord's job to pay it. It's never yours. Now, it is yours when you are leasing or owning a property. It is yours. It's your job to pay that pest control. So if you got a house and you'll be like, yeah, I know I'm not paying the pest control. I'm snapping, putting out honey, cheese, and gasoline out here trying to lure the rat. I'm leaving. Like, I'm not still like, man. What?
But if he does nothing, he's like, yeah, they're fine.
No,
that's just my pet, John or Becky or Stacy. Oh wait, I don't know what that one is.
You got a new edition?
Maybe they had babies on.
No, bro, you got mice, and mice go any and everywhere. They're like, no,
they dig new holes too.
They dig in holes, like, because if you see a mice, they're just too big. There's a hole. That immediately means your infrastructure is compromised. So, no, I'm just not even playing with that. And like, if I ain't have mice in my life, I'm not gonna start now because it's convenient for you. I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, no way. Final thoughts for you. Somebody move into your house, they got a right to complain about anything, say anything, or does money talk?
It's for me. It's a little bit of both. You can say something, but it's up to my discretion because money talks. like there is. I give a suggestion. I hear you out as a friend, and then there is. You're going to listen to me because I'm paying half of the freaking rent, and I'm on the lease. Like you're like, all right, you can go and complain to the property manager, get me put out of here. So let me hear what you got to say. Or I just yell at you to get out and money talks enough where you're like, fine. And then you move to the unit 3 stops up and be like, no mice in here. You know? So, yeah.
That's wild. No, I have a firm stance that money talks. Money talks. I'll take your suggestion at face value.
At face value.
If it really, I mean, again.
If it matters, it matters. But if it don't.
You know what I'm saying? If I ain't flushing toilets, yeah, okay, that's disgusting. Talk to me about it. That's fair. You know, you complaining that I leave dishes in the sink for more than 2 days and look at you like you're crazy.
Right.
Like okay, you see that and you ain't paying rent, so how about you go handle that then? If it bothers you, go wash some dishes, bro. And while you in there, make me a sandwich. Like, since you ain't paying rent, like, how about you go be my personal chef, okay? Like, come on now, stop playing.
Add something to the house.
Add some value.
Right.
So, I don't know. That's my final thoughts on that. That's crazy, though. I'm talking about get rid of my dog.
Right.
Boy, please. Anyway. And to be fair, back to that original story too. Apparently, it was the mom that was saying you need to get rid of them cats that she adopts or volunteers to watch, which is even worse because the one that was staying at her house was her friend, and her friend's mom found out her daughter was pregnant and came to the crash pad. So, which means the mom is probably somewhere in the city.
Wait, no, is that a crash pad?
Or my bad, not a crash pad. It was
I'm like, you a flight attendant on top of this, and you.
Nah, the pregnant girl's friend. I mean, it's all mixed up. The girl who owns the unit adopts or volunteers to watch cats. Yep. Her friend came and crashed with her. She found out she was pregnant, and apparently the mom of the pregnant lady came, talked to the daughter, talked about the living situation, and said, if she's gonna stay here, you need to get rid of your cats. And she was like, nah,
I do this.
Not happening. I'll compromise and put the cats away out of respect.
That's like the conspiracy theorists, people coming in and they know you run a gaming arcade for the kids on Saturdays for 3, 4, 5 hours. And they're like, yeah, that radiation is very dangerous. So I'm going to need you to get rid of your console. Look at you and be like, $5,000 setup, $5,000 in debt. Yeah, you can go. You can go.
I'm going to tell you exactly what I looked at my dog. I got my dog for free. I rescued her, right? I offered to pay, the people I rescued them from. They were like, nah, you're the first person out of like it was like 7 or 6 people that just showed up. You're the first one that sat here, asked all kinds of questions, played with the dog, Everybody else just said load her up because she's half pit. And she definitely has that bully look on her and stuff. Even though she looks like a black lab, but you
can see it.
But you see like the pit. You can see the pit. Anyway, everybody else wanted her for the pit side, and I was just like, no, I'm rescuing this dog. But she lived on a farm, so she ain't seen nothing but other dogs and literally just wheat. So
like that was it.
That was it. So when she came to my house, she saw fish and didn't know what that was. So I had fish in there. One of my fish was like $88. Like that was the cheapest fish in my tank at the time. You feel me? Yeah. I had eels and stuff. Like, bruh, my tank was on point. So she's staring at these fish that she ain't never see, these creatures, and she decides this is an 80-gallon tank. So she decides this 65-pound dog at the time decides that she's gonna jump up on this tank to try to get at these fish, like she want to eat it or something. So I looked at her because I could see all the scratch marks on the wood trim for the tank. And I'm like, I got you for free? And the cheapest thing in this tank is that $80 fish? You don't think I'm not going to get rid of you?
Like, don't play with me.
I can get another you that ain't that curious. You feel me? Like, you playing dangerous games. I yelled at her like that. I swear I think that dog is reincarnated from a human or something. Because after that, she ain't never go anywhere near that. She'll walk past and glance at it like, fish. You got me in trouble. You over there but she ain't never jump on that tank no more. And I got a camera pointed like so I can see the fish and all stuff. And she hasn't done it since. I check it. She hasn't done it. Like when it goes off, it's because she's walking by. She ain't touched it since. Because I yelled at her. I was like, yo, don't touch them fish.
No, leave them fish alone.
You know what I'm saying? Them fish is dead now. But at the time, like it made sense.
Like I got you for free, and this is an $88 fish alone. That one fish is $88. No,
like, I had multiple fish in that tank, and they were not cheap. And you over here trying to kill them?
You're right. You trying to? No, you doing too much.
Ain't no way. Anyway, we got all of that. So anyway, yeah, but
yeah. Final
thoughts
on that is
I'll get rid of you.
You can't come in here and demand anything of me. You can suggest. You can give a kindly friend suggestion, just like how we suggest that the government should lower taxes. But you see that not all suggestions get answered. So we respect that and we wish you the best. But nah, you ain't gonna be in my house doing that.
Couldn't be me, boy. Couldn't be me. Nah, money talks. You want to hear my suggestion box is right over there, and as I point at the trash, feel free to write it and fill it out, or you can give it to the dorm manager, the dog.
Right.
Maybe she'll sit there and listen to it. Right. She'll even cuddle you.
Right. She'll even cuddle you.
She'll make you feel nice and like she heard you and she cares and she'll wag her tail.
She'll take it with affection and she'll even open it.
Listen, that dog will care 10 times more than me. She'll make you feel like she carry 100 times more for sure, but she'll hear you out. She'll take care of it. Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, you, not it, but either way.
All right, I got a solution for your problem.
But I'm out. That's my final thoughts.
Yeah. Thank you guys for checking us out, Chocolate Espresso Podcast. Don't stop here. Go check out more videos and take care.